What are the pains? What are the struggles and the hopes that these millions and millions of people are striving for? How can we make certain that all Americans have the decent standard of living to which they are entitled? The most important economic and political realities now facing this country are the following. The long-term decline of the American middle class. This decline is not a new occurrence. It didn't start, certainly, in President Biden's administration or in the years of Donald Trump. This decline has been going on for 50 years. And we have got to ask why, and we've got to end that decline. Second point that we don't discuss enough is the unprecedented and obscene level of income and wealth inequality that currently exists. And here is the sad reality. Never before in our history have we seen so few own so much as we see today. We've got to put that issue on the table and end. Third point, the rapidly growing concentration of ownership within our economy. In sector after sector, a handful of giant corporations control what is produced and how much we pay for their products. Fourth point, the incredible and dangerous power that billionaires have over our political system. We can hardly be called a vibrant democracy when a handful of the wealthiest people in this country can spend hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to elect the candidates they like. That is not democracy. Fifth point, something we certainly don't discuss in Congress and certainly not in the corporate media. What we are witnessing now in this country is the rapid evolution of our society into an oligarchy in which the billionaire class has enormous and growing control over the economic and political life of this country. That is the reality, and that's a reality we must confront. Now, it is very easy for politicians to look at Vladimir Putin's Russia and talk about the oligarchy over there. That's certainly true. But the time is long overdue for us to start paying attention to the oligarchy in the United States of America. When we talk about what's going on in our country, let us start off by taking a hard look at the state of our economy. What you will find is that the economy is doing extraordinarily well. It's doing fantastically for the people on top, for the billionaire class. Unfortunately, the economy is not doing so well for the working class of our country when we have tens of millions of families falling further and further behind as they struggle to pay their bills, take care of their kids, and put food on the table. We are living in a moment when 3 people now own more wealth than the bottom 165 million Americans. Today, we have more concentration of ownership than at any time in the modern history of this country. In sector after sector, whether it is financial services, energy, food, transportation, a handful of giant corporations control what is produced and how much we pay for those products. If you wonder why you don't hear this issue discussed very much in the corporate media, maybe, just maybe, it has something to do with the fact that some 6 multinational media conglomerates own and control some 90% of what the American people see, hear, and read. Now, you can't turn on TV without hearing a whole lot of stuff about everything under the sun. But somehow or another, these major issues having to do with wealth and power, somehow they don't quite make it to our TV screens.